What does a man really want in a wife? This question often stirs up a flurry of cliches and stereotypes. You know, the kind of stuff that makes you roll your eyes. She must be a good cook, or she must look like a supermodel. But let's put the tired tropes aside for a moment. Because let's face it, the answer isn't as simple as a one-size-fits-all checklist. What if we told you that what men seek in a wife goes beyond the surface level? That it's more about emotional connection, shared dreams, and a mutual respect that withstands the test of time? Intriguing, right? And if you're thinking, well, that sounds like a lot of hard work, don't worry. We're here to break it down, add a dash of humor, and maybe even share a personal anecdote or two. So let's dive in and explore what a man truly desires in a wife. First and foremost, men crave emotional support. Now I know what you're thinking, emotional support, but aren't men supposed to be the tough, unemotional ones? Well, let me tell you a little secret. That's just a stereotype. Underneath that tough exterior, we're all human. We have feelings, and yes, we need emotional support too. Let's take a trip down memory lane. Picture this. A young man, fresh out of college, trying to navigate the complex world of adulthood. He's got a new job, a new city, and an overwhelming sense of uncertainty. The pressure is immense. But then, there's a beacon of light, a source of comfort. His partner, who is there for him, understanding his stress, offering words of encouragement, and most importantly, providing emotional support. That, my friends, makes all the difference in the world. Emotional support is not just about being there when times are tough. It's about understanding, about empathy. It's about knowing when to offer a comforting word and when to just sit in silence. It's about validating feelings, not dismissing them. It's about being a safe space where vulnerabilities are not just tolerated but embraced. I remember this one time when I was going through a particularly tough phase. Work was stressful and there were personal issues as well. I felt like I was drowning. But my partner, she was my lifeboat. She didn't try to fix things, she didn't belittle my feelings, she was just there, offering a shoulder to lean on, a listening ear. That emotional support, that understanding, it meant the world to me. So let's debunk this myth, shall we? Men are not emotionless robots. We feel, we hurt, we need support. We are not asking for much, just a little understanding, a little empathy, just someone who understands that beneath the tough exterior, there's a heart that feels. Remember, we are not robots. We have feelings too. So next time your man seems a little off, don't dismiss it. Be there for him. Offer that emotional support. Trust me, it will mean more to him than you can ever imagine. Because at the end of the day, all we really want is to be understood, to be supported, to be loved. Next on the list is shared interests. Now I know we've all heard the saying, opposites attract. And sure, there's a certain thrill that comes with discovering new interests through your other half. But let's not underestimate the power of shared hobbies and interests. There's something profoundly satisfying about being with someone who gets your enthusiasm for, say, vintage vinyl records, or hiking in the great outdoors. So imagine this. You're both passionate about cooking. It's a Sunday afternoon, and you're in the kitchen together, trying out a new recipe. There's a bit of flour on your nose, a laughter in the air, and a sense of camaraderie that you wouldn't trade for the world. That's the magic of shared interests. Or picture this. You both love traveling. You save up for that dream trip, plan your itinerary together, and then embark on an adventure that takes you from the cobblestone streets of Europe to the sandy shores of Bali. You experience new cultures, taste exotic foods, and capture beautiful memories together. That's the beauty of shared hobbies. These examples highlight how shared interests can become a bonding agent in a relationship. They provide a common ground, a safe space where both of you can express yourselves freely, and a platform for creating shared experiences and memories. But let's be clear, having shared interests doesn't mean you need to spend every waking moment together. It doesn't mean you should let go of your individual passions. No, far from it. It's about having some common ground, some shared experiences that you can both look back on with fondness and look forward to with anticipation. In fact, maintaining individual interests can be just as healthy for a relationship. It allows for personal growth, brings in fresh perspectives, and keeps things interesting. So, while it's wonderful to have shared hobbies, it's equally important to encourage each other's individual passions. So gentlemen, if you're looking for a lasting relationship, find a woman who shares some of your interests. It's not just about having fun together, it's about building a strong foundation for a relationship that's based on mutual understanding and shared experiences. Having shared interests doesn't mean you have to do everything together, but it certainly helps to have some common ground. No relationship can thrive without respect. That's a line we've all heard, right? But have you ever paused to think about the weight it carries? Respect is one of those key ingredients that binds a relationship together. It's like the glue that holds the pieces of a puzzle in place, creating a beautiful picture. Imagine you're building a house. You've got your bricks, your cement, your wood, everything you need. But if you don't have a solid foundation, the house is going to collapse. Respect is that foundation in a relationship. It's the bedrock on which everything else is built. Now, let's get personal for a second. We've all been in situations where respect was lacking. Maybe it was a comment that was brushed off, a decision made without consulting the other person, or simply not listening when the other was speaking. It stings, doesn't it? And the worst part is, these moments of disrespect often lead to conflicts, big and small. But here's the thing, respect isn't about grand theatrics or bold statements. It's about understanding and valuing the other person's thoughts, feelings, and experiences. It's about acknowledging their worth. It's about making sure they know their voice matters. Here's a little story. Once, in the early days of my relationship, I made a decision without consulting my partner. It seemed minor to me, but to her, it was a big deal. It led to a heated argument, and it was then that I realized how important respect was. That one incident taught me a valuable lesson. Respect is not just about the big things, it's about the small everyday actions. So, the next time you're about to make a decision, pause for a second. Ask yourself, am I respecting my partner's thoughts and feelings here? If the answer is no, take a step back. Remember, respect is not just about big gestures. It's in the small things we do every day. Let's not forget, attraction plays a crucial role too. Now I know what you're thinking. Oh, here we go, he's going to talk about looks and physical attractiveness. Well, yes and no. You see, it's not just about having a partner who looks like they've stepped off the cover of a glossy magazine. It's about that spark, that connection, that makes you look at them across a crowded room and think, yep, that's my person. Physical attraction is important, don't get me wrong. It's that initial pull, that gravitational force, if you will, that draws us to someone. But let's be real, folks. No one is going to look like a runway model at 6 in the morning after a night out, with bed hair and bags under their eyes. And yet, if you're still attracted to your partner in that state, that's a good sign. But let's move beyond the physical. Emotional attraction. Now that's the real game changer. It's about being drawn to their mind, their spirit, their essence. It's about being attracted to their kindness, their compassion, their intelligence, their humor. It's about being attracted to the way they light up when they talk about their passions, the way they treat people with respect, the way they handle adversity. I remember a friend of mine, let's call him Bob. Bob was dating this woman who was, objectively speaking, not his usual type. But he couldn't stop talking about how much he admired her strength, her resilience, her unshakable optimism. That was what attracted him to her. Attraction is not just about a pretty face or a fit body, it's about the way someone makes you feel, the way they challenge you, inspire you, make you want to be a better person. It's about connecting on a level that goes deeper than the surface, a level that transcends the physical. So my friends, remember this. Attraction isn't just about looks, it's about connecting on a deeper level. Lastly, every man wants a wife who can be his partner in crime. Now, I'm not suggesting you start planning a bank heist or anything of that sort. Metaphorically speaking, a partner in crime is someone who is there for you, thick and thin, in all of life's adventures. Imagine this, you're on a road trip, you're lost, the GPS signal is gone, and you're both hungry. Now, would you rather have someone who panics and blames you for the situation, or someone who laughs it off, says, we're on an adventure, and starts making the best out of it? That, my friends, is the essence of a partner in crime. It's about being able to turn the mundane into something fun, making the best out of the worst situations, and always having each other's backs. It's about that unwavering support and companionship that makes life's challenges easier to face. Think of your favorite superhero duo, Batman and Robin, Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson, Han Solo and Chewbacca. What makes these pairs so iconic? It's their unbreakable bond and the way they complement each other. They understand each other's strengths and weaknesses, and they balance each other out. That's the kind of relationship every man seeks in a wife. Let me share a story. I know a couple, let's call them Jack and Jill. They were both competitive runners. Now, Jack was faster, but Jill had more endurance. Instead of competing against each other, they decided to run marathons together. Jack pushed Jill to run faster, while Jill helped Jack pace himself for longer runs. Together, they made each other better, and they enjoyed every moment of it. In essence, a man wants a wife who is not just a spouse but a best friend, a confidant, and a partner in all aspects of life. Someone who understands him, supports him, and is willing to walk alongside him in his journey of life. A wife is not just a spouse, she should be your best friend too. So, to sum up, what does a man really want in a wife? Well, first and foremost, emotional support is key. A man desires a partner who understands his feelings and provides comfort during tough times. A shoulder to lean on, a listening ear, it's all part of the package. Next up, shared interests. Having common hobbies or passions can certainly make the journey more enjoyable. It's like having your best friend and your spouse in one person. Double the fun, right? Respect, of course, is a pillar that holds the relationship together. It's about valuing the other's opinions, dreams, and individuality. And let's not forget attraction. It's not just about physical appearance, but also about intellectual and emotional allure. Finally, a man wants a wife who can be his partner in crime, someone who's ready to face life's adventures and challenges by his side. Remember, every man is different. What works for one might not work for another, but these are some universal truths that apply to most men. Now that we've unraveled some of the mysteries, it's your turn to apply these insights in your relationships. You've been armed with knowledge, and knowledge is power. But just like any power, it's useless if you don't use it. So put it to good use. And hey, if you found this video helpful, why not help others too? Hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and share this video. It's the law of reciprocity. You get what you give. And while you're at it, why not check out our channel, Motivational Grand Rising? It's a treasure trove of self-help videos, motivational guidance, and a whole lot more. We've got a lot of exciting content lined up just for you. So, join the Motivational Grand Rising family and let's grow together. Thank you for watching, and remember, communication is key. Stay tuned for more motivational guidance and self-help videos.